Good evening, friends, and welcome to another edition of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace. We are retired New York City police detectives and 9/11 World Trade Center first responders. If you like all things true crime related from the police detective's perspective, you're in the right spot. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so you'll get all things DutyRon and Ed Wallace when we go live or uploading a video. We got a busy schedule for you guys. Phone calls from prison, put out a police body cam footage video of Wade Wilson's arrest, October 8th. The very next day into the next night, he was arrested in a home that he had broken into, the home of Kent and Fanny Amlin, a couple who was traveling, thank God, away from Florida. They were going on a vacation, and that vacation proved to be life-saving for them because Wade Wilson broke into their home, and that's where he was captured thanks to his father, Papa Steve, who kept him on the phone and told him he was going to get him an Uber to get him out of there. But meanwhile, the U.S. Marshals and local police were responding. It took a long time for them to get there, and we're going to watch that body cam footage and break it down from a police detective's perspective. Don't forget, I have done myself and with partners hundreds, arguably thousands of prisoner transports, just like what you saw here. And Wade Wilson was true to his form. He was manipulative. He was cocky. He was being narcissistic with the police, especially with the female detective. It almost seemed like he was trying to court her for a date. When we see him being interviewed by the female detective later on in this body cam footage, and you see it's almost like this guy is on a date. I mean, let me know what you think in the comment section about that. I know most of you guys have seen this footage. It was over 3 hours long. We're not going to be able to play it all tonight, but definitely a smug punk. He was trying to control the narrative right out of the gate about the handcuffs. He told the uniform officers, if the handcuffs don't come off, I'm not talking to anybody. He said, and you'll see, I'll get her to take these handcuffs off. Well, they never took the handcuffs off, so he didn't win that one. Before I get into this thing, I want to just say special thank you to the replay viewers, the moderators, the super chatters, the folks who support us to buy me cups of coffee. Lots of you did that over the time, and we thank you. Ed and I give thanks and praise to you and all of your support. Patreon, replay views, people who just are kind enough to give these videos thumbs up. It really helps a lot. So I thank you for that. We hit 350,000 subscribers, so thank you for that. So by a show of hands in the chat, how many of you have seen both of these body cam footages that were released? One was like, I don't know, 40 some odd minutes, the police transport, and the other one was over 3 hours long. By a show of hands, how many of you seen it? Just put a 1 in the chat if you have, and put a 2 if you haven't, or just say yes, I've seen it. Makes it easier. I just think the numbers are easier. 1 if you have seen them both, 2 if you haven't. Ocean Girl right away with the number 1. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I mean, listen, Wade Wilson is true to form. And how ironic is it that when we see Wade Wilson being brought out by the uniformed members of the service, uniformed cops were called to do this transport. They didn't arrest him. The U.S. Marshals arrested Wade Wilson on the night of October 8th. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals, and they asked for uniformed members of the service, which is very standard. It happens all the time. U.S. Marshals don't transport perpetrators. They most of the time will want a uniformed car to do it. You know, a cage car, as they call it. You get in the back, there's a cage there. It's a secure location. They're not set up like that. You know, most of the times they have rentals. All right, some haven't seen it. Trish Ship says she hasn't seen it. So interesting, right? Interesting. We got a good mix. A lot of people have seen it. I think Jumpsuit Pablo probably did the reactions. I haven't had a chance to look on the YouTube's but I did see phone calls from prison, and I communicated with them. They told me they released these things. Tomorrow night, we're going to do part 2 with Ed Wallace and retired NYPD detective Tim Acosta. So the three of us are going to break down that interview, but let's look at the actual house where he was locked up from in the daylight. Have any of you guys seen this home in the daylight? You're going to see the porta potty when Wade Wilson was brought out in handcuffs. He was rear cuffed and brought out. He walked past the porta potty. And for those of you who watched those 3 videos with the girl from Germany and all that shitty talk, it was ironic that we saw him walking past the porta potty. I mean, I don't know. A little bit of fun there. A little bit of fun being poked there at the shitty videos. You guys know what I mean? Those of you who saw it know what I mean. All right, let's listen to this and then we'll watch the actual body cam footage, because this is the home of Fanny and Kent Amlin. Thank God these homeowners weren't home when this happened, when Wade Wilson broke in, because I really think that if they were home, Wade would have killed them. I mean, you guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I feel if anybody got in this guy's way, and look what he did to Mila. He told her that he would have killed her if there wasn't more people around. And that's somebody who he supposedly loved. And he told Mila, if there weren't people around at Mila Spa, I would have fucking killed you. That's his exact words that he said to her. So interesting. And I'm thankful. I thank God that these people weren't home. But let's take a listen to this. This is a report. In the daylight, you'll get to see the actual home, and then we'll go right to the body cam footage.
This home behind me was Wade Wilson's last stop before his arrest. But Cape Coral
porta potty. Pay attention to this porta potty, because they walk them down this driveway to the police cars. There's a home that was being constructed next to the residence in 2019, and they had a porta potty for the workers right there. So interesting.
Wilson's last stop before his arrest. But Cape Coral Police Department is trying to piece together Wilson's whereabouts between 10 and 11 a.m. Monday morning.
You know, up until a couple days ago, it's been pretty quiet. But
Bill Morgan lives next door to where 25-year-old Wade Wilson was arrested for burglary on Monday night. According to the report, earlier in the day, Wilson ran from police after admitting to stabbing someone. Cape PD searching for him most of the day. I went into multiple business along Hancock Bridge Parkway trying to figure out where Wilson went. Some businesses tell me Wilson was found trespassing in the area. The owner of a liquor store up the road says his sons have seen Wilson purchase alcohol there Friday and Saturday nights. The homeowners where Wilson was arrested were out of town. This arrest putting neighbors on alert.
you know, you kind of think that you're always protected and everything is going to be fine. And when all of a sudden it happened.
There it is, folks, the porta potty. I figured I'd show that to you guys. And I always like to put this stuff into perspective. Porta potty, shitty Wade Wilson. And that's what we got going on here. But let's go right into this body cam footage. I just want to put a disclaimer out there. This body cam footage, there's foul language. Wade Wilson tries to play tough with the officer that's transporting him. And I'm going to tell you, from a police perspective, they already knew that he murdered, that he's a suspect in the murder of Kristine Melton. When these cops came to pick him up, they already knew that Wade Wilson was the main subject, the main suspect in the murder and bludgeoning and the brutal murder of Kristine Melton. They knew it. So these cops were being very forceful with Wade Wilson because they knew that they were dealing with a potential murderer. So put that in the back of your mind, put it in your pocket. When you hear this cop, tell him, I will face plant you if you try to resist or you try to pull away from me. Because what they wanted to do here, and what these cops wanted to do, is take the handcuffs of the U.S. Marshals off of Wade Wilson, and they wanted to put their cuffs on him, and they were willing to take the cuffs off of him until he started back and forth with the arresting officer. He, again, uses some foul language. He says to suck his suck. You know what? He uses that language in the interview room when the male detective comes in and tries to play good cop, bad cop with him, and we'll go over that tomorrow night. But let's take a listen to this. Look at him. This is great the way this starts off with him looking, and this is when they put him in the back of the car. And coincidentally, the clothing he's wearing here, folks, a little bit of a little tidbit for you guys, maybe if you didn't know this, but this clothing is, and I saw the interview with the homeowners with Fanny Amlin. I hope I'm saying her name right. She said that he took her husband's sneakers, and this potentially is the clothing of the homeowner, or some of the clothing from the homeowner that he broke into.
All right, bud. Well, I'm gonna go do that. Okay, that's cool. Come on, everybody.
Shout out to phone calls from prison, and the two cops that actually walk into the station house with Wade Wilson, he actually becomes friends with them. They make up. The cop that that was talking to him and told him he would face plant him. Wade Wilson makes amends with the guy, and they become buddies throughout the whole kind of conversation. They talk about tattoos. They talk about stuff. Remember, these cops have nothing to do with his arrest. They're just there babysitting him. I have the closed captions on.
All right, man, listen. I'm a nice guy. Okay.
That's good. Me too.
All right, good. So, all right, I'm gonna put some new handcuffs on you.
Sure.
If you do anything stupid, I'm gonna slam you on your
Do I look
face.
stupid? You
I
can
said
slam me in my face if you want to. I don't care. I'm not gonna do nothing
All
stupid, but you don't have to threaten me. Different
Thanks to the fucking car, man. Spread your feet.
Man,
Kick
fuck
your feet.
you, man. I've been
Fuck
good
you.
all night. Fuck you,
Fuck
peppy
you,
ass
man.
bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck you, cocky ass fuck. I've been good to these people. You can tell them that, bro.
Just
Then you
relax.
want to tell me you're gonna threaten me on your face? I would slam you one-on-one, pussy boy.
Hey. Just relax.
And you know I would. You college graduated bitch.
Wait. This guy's re-handcuffing you.
So he immediately goes into ghetto mode, where he's got to now tell him that I would beat you one-on-one. I've run into guys like this a lot in my career, working in Brooklyn and East New York, Brownsville. But it just goes to show you the character and the way Wade Wilson can be so quickly triggered. Again, the cop was just telling him, if you do anything, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down on the ground. He was just giving the guidelines to him. Again, the cop already knows that he is wanted, the main suspect in the murder of Kristine Melton. They did not know about Diane Ruiz because she was not found at this point yet. Remember, this is just the next night. This is Monday night, October 8th. All right?
Settle down.
Don't pull away.
I'm gonna throw you on your face. Man,
Fuck
I've been
you,
good all
put your
night. Fuck
on your
you. I look
face.
stupid?
All right, man, listen. I'm a nice guy. Okay.
That's good. Me too.
All right, good. So, all right, I'm gonna put some new handcuffs on you.
Sure.
If you do anything stupid, I'm gonna slam you on your
Do I look
face.
stupid? You
I
can
said
slam me in my face if you want to. I don't care. I'm not gonna do nothing
All right.
stupid, but you don't have to threaten me. Different
Thanks to the fucking car, man. Spread your feet.
Man,
Kick your
fuck
feet.
you, man. I've been
you.
good all night. Fuck you,
Fuck
peppy
you,
ass
man.
bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck you, cocky ass fuck. I've been good to these people. You can tell them that, bro.
Just
Then you want to tell me you're gonna threaten me on your face? I would slam you one-on-one, pussy boy.
Hey. Just relax.
And you know I would. You college graduated bitch.
Wait. This guy's re-handcuffing you. Just settle down.
He called him a college graduating bitch. That's what Wade Wilson called the cop. You know, again, people are going to say, oh, well, the cop was triggered. The cop reacted to him basically coming back at him. Two wrongs don't make a right here. But again, they have a lot more information than what we have watching this thing. And essentially, they knew that this guy was a murderer. And what he did to Kristine Melton, they knew from the details of the crime scene.
Don't pull away.
I'm gonna throw you in your face. Why the fuck would you say that to me?
Wait,
boy.
Wait.
I didn't do shit to you. Wait, man, come on. Stop. We're doing the handcuffs hard. This is bullshit, man.
There's two different cops right there. He's trying to remove one.
We're doing the fucking bad job. We just get out of here.
How'd you know, man? How'd you know, man? Your boyfriend's gonna know about it soon.
Yeah, I know. Fuck your face, that is the handcuffs on this bitch.
That just doesn't sound good.
It doesn't, but you know what? I do them like that because you're a hoe.
Let him take those cuffs off.
They got sitting on your face. It was just me and you. And none of your people. Yeah. What the hell you talking to? See, I run you. I show you. You have fun tight. I don't mind. See, when I first do, put them as tight as you. Yeah, hoe. That's not mad, bro.
You're still talking.
With you? Blood flow cut off?
So essentially, instead of the way they're doing it here, they were going to take the cuffs off of him, place their cuff, uncuff one of those cuffs one side, put their own cuffs on that one uncuffed wrist, and then uncuff the other side and then cuff. It would have been much easier, but they couldn't do it that way because of the reaction that Wade gave him. And basically, again, it's commonplace when you're dealing with someone who's, high risk like this. You got to tell them, listen, if you make any moves, we're going to have to take you down. And we don't want to have to do that. And essentially, that's what he was saying to him. He said it to him in a little bit of a rougher way. And Wade Wilson just turned that switch and said, I'm a nice guy. Yeah, you're a nice guy. You look at what you just did. So we all know that Wade Wilson is not a nice guy.
If you're not working, you can use mine.
Yeah, you guys got.
Yeah,
I got you, bro.
Got it.
And again, another thing too with Wade Wilson is that he just got set up by his biological father, Steve Testaseca, Papa Steve. They held him on the phone for over, I think, an hour or two. It was a long period of time waiting for an Uber to get him out of there as he asked other people, hey, I need to get out of here. I just did something really bad. He confessed to the murders to 3 different people, Papa Steve, his former employer that he went to, and Mila. So he's an hour or two of waiting and sitting. And again, Wade Wilson got set up by his own biological father, which Steve, in my eyes, did the right thing. He did what was not what you should do. Your son tells you that he just murdered 2 people, and he goes into details. You're not supposed to harbor, someone that has just murdered 2 people, and I don't care who it is. And they admit it to you. You got to do the right thing. And it's a tough decision to make, but it's the right decision. So he's hopped up from that, and that also amplifies the situation. They aren't. They're not difficult. They're not difficult. It's just that when you're rushing.
You got anything on you? Some poke me, stick me? Oh, okay. We're doing that game, huh?
The cop asked him really quick, do you have anything in your pockets that will poke me or stick me? And he said, maybe. And, Wade's been through this 20 plus times. He's been arrested. He's got a rap sheet pretty long. He's been arrested quite a bit. And he's been through this game before. So he's basically now not playing nice.
What you are, so. Yeah, saying it too. You said you were going to do it. Do it. Wait. You said you were going to do it. I would love to see it. I love to see it. I already lost my teeth. You can slam someone.
Are you waiting?
I already lost my teeth. You could slam me again. He's basically encouraging the cops to slam him. He wants to be slammed down to the ground, and he's telling them he lost his teeth anyway, so it doesn't matter.
For something? Sir, are you waiting for something?
It's up, Central.
No? Take off out of here. We're doing something.
So this is a bystander from the neighborhood who was either watching videotaping, taking pictures, or doing something. We don't get to see this guy, but there's somebody that's there that sees the cops, sees the commotion, maybe a resident from down the street or something, and he stops and they're telling him, get out of there.
All right. Where are you at? Switch. Yeah, switch. Give me some money.
You want to see this thing in my face? That would never happen one-on-one. You know that, right? With just me and you? Okay. You know that, don't you?
Okay.
I'm well trained. You don't
for you,
know
man.
that. Why did you have to come like this?
Good for you, man.
Why didn't you just come?
I wish I did, man. I wish I did. All right, we're gonna go the other. I'm gonna take the belt off first.
Go ahead, do what you usually do first. Wait, look. Do what you usually do first. Take the belt off. Just relax.
Basically taunting him and telling him, go ahead, take off the belt, do what you usually do. A little bit of like a homosexual reference towards the cop. So Wade Wilson is, trying to jar up this guy and trying to amp him up. You've seen it hundreds of times. Guys in these same positions do it all the time. Anything that's going to come out. But the amazing part about this is that the two of them put their differences behind them, and they become buddies after a while.
He shouldn't have did that. I'm a nice guy, but I'm gonna spam you in your face. How dumb is that?
Yep.
Go ahead, girl.
If you just listen up.
Go ahead. I'll just listen.
Not what
up.
I said.
What'd you say then? Tell
I
me.
said I'm a nice guy, but don't pull away, or I'm gonna slam you in your face. That's exactly what I said. So as long as you don't, I don't know you. Let's go. Okay, cool. We're on the other side.
Go ahead and slide off your kicks too before you step in the mirror. Step on the There you go.
So he told him to take his sneakers off because they're going to take the sneakers. Obviously, forensics have to be done on all of his clothing and the sneakers. So these guys are making him take his shoes off, the sneakers that he's wearing. So he said, take your kicks off, makes him take his shoes off, and then they take the shoes and they put them in the back.
Nice.
Can you go take out the stuff on the left side? Yeah. Thank you.
You want to lift up your right foot? Okay.
Good?
Yep. Lift up your left foot now. That's good.
Thank you.
I just want your head okay. Just do a little twist there. There you have it.
Watch your neck, man. Nope. Putting it this way. Yep. I just don't want. You position your body however you want to get comfortable. So watch your knees.
Okay, so now there's going to be a whole lot of police talk and police jargon amongst each other. They're talking about the different codes, and they go over like always there has to always be two cops in the precinct where they transport them to. They talk about
We'll take them, man. All right. You position your body however you want.
I just want you guys to listen to this part because they actually talk about, hey, this is an RRS. We're just, a taxi service basically for the marshals. And they go over to the marshals and there's some little joking back and forth with them. This is just all police jargon and police stuff that these guys are, kind of going back and forth with.
You want to get comfortable, so watch your knees. Yeah. Sorry. We'll take them, man. All right. I don't want to touch him, but come back here. That's all right. All right. I'm assuming detectives at. No, bro, grab it back. Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. All right, thank you. All right, good. Appreciate it. Good job.
Yeah, K-Dubs, thank you for the 10 PSA. When someone says, I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet, run. Yeah, that's that gets a...
Oh, hell no!
Want to throw this up in here?
He has. Oh, sorry. I haven't felt what I'm talking about.
Can you go hit my lights in the front?
Yeah, bro.
Just turn them off.
I turned this last time. I was gonna headbutt it. Gotcha. It's one of those. It happens once in again.
One of these cops sounds like a rookie cop because they're giving him instructions, and one of them, I think the one who had the exchange with him is either a senior cop or perhaps a supervisor, because he's actually going to give him instructions.
You stay tensible here with him for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead.
I turned up the air a little bit.
All right.
He's going to walk over to the plainclothes unmarked vehicle, which is U.S. Marshal vehicle, and he's going to go over there and talk to the marshals.
Yeah, still going. He's coming out. Okay, no problem. I'm on.
All right, so you guys just, these are some things that I pick up on real easy because, of doing the job for a while. The U.S. Marshal asked him, "Are you still on?" Meaning, is the body cam recording? Because some people will hear that and they will say, "Oh, well, what's up with that? That's shady." They don't want to say sensitive stuff that might jeopardize the case that they know about. So they don't want to say stuff on the body cam footage that needs to be kind of held close to the vest and not out there in the public. So you'll see it. It happens when the uniform talks to the female detective. She actually tells him to shut it down because they discuss some intricate parts of what they know. And then the uniform guy, I believe, is telling the female detective inside the precinct that he had this little bit of a word exchange with Wade, and that Wade was threatening violence towards him and said that, he told him, if it was just me and you, I'd beat your ass, and all this different stuff that he was saying. So that's just normal stuff to communicate back and forth.
So last. Yeah.
You good, Jim?
Yeah, I think we're gonna. Thanks, I appreciate it. All right, brother. Have a good day. All right.
All right, take care. It's
It's actually pretty clean.
You're good, right?
Matt.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Matt.
Stay.
Thank you, Vid Inquiries. Thank you for the support, Vid Inquiries.
I know. Who's meeting with him? Who's in charge? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Does she want to go right up to upstairs or the other side up? You staying in cuffs too?
Yeah.
This is where the instructions come in.
I was thinking I was going to go somewhere else. Not sure what triggered me. Took offense to you saying nice guy. That was weird.
I don't know. Usually people like me, man.
Yeah, no, I didn't find you saying it weird.
Do we know who this guy is?
So that's a rookie cop talking. He's like, I don't know what triggered him. He took offense to you saying he's a weird guy. He's a nice guy. What triggered him, obviously, we all saw it, and we have the opportunity to review this stuff. What triggered him is that the cop told him that if you pull away from me, or if you do something, I'm gonna put you down. Put you down on the ground, and that's what triggered him. But this is the rookie cop, and you're going to see him in the precinct with them, and he goes on to give him instructions.
I know. He lives right around the corner. I just spoke with him. He's harmless.
Upstairs.
Upstairs?
Yeah.
Okay. Is she up there right now?
She is.
Okay. Tell her we'll be there 15.
The homeowner would give you consent if you want. But I mean, obviously you can't go. I would think. I don't know. It's your territory.
Right here to the left are the U.S. Marshals. This guy in the jeans here, and then there's another one to the left. Those are U.S. Marshals that were called and that came to the scene to take Wade Wilson down. Joey. Good to see you, Joey Brooklyn.
Yeah, he either hates cops or he likes them. I'm on his good side, so that's why he knew exactly who I was when I walked up. Yeah, so I mean, obviously everyone treated him right, obviously, but
Absolutely.
he took effect to it when I treated him right. He was very happy that I wasn't a dick to him. I didn't disrespect him, so he always calls for me.
Behind your car.
A little bit of previous interaction with the other officer. He was just giving him a little lowdown, how to handle him, I guess. They know that these guys are going to be with them for several hours. So just a little bit of a back and forth.
So we're gonna take possession of him and bring him up to Bell. Yeah, she taught in the academy. She was the PT instructor.
She was.
So she'll be up there.
I had to run in with her a couple times.
Yeah, she can run. She'll be. She's gonna be up there. We're gonna bring him up there. Per department policy, you need 2 officers whenever you bring somebody in from the cell to go upstairs or anywhere around the building. So say somebody has to go up to bin to speak with bin. Make sure there's 2 officers.
Absolutely. And he stays in handcuffs and being transported through the station.
Yeah, we're going to keep him in handcuffs at all times unless Bell feels the need to.
Are we doing a normal process beforehand, or are we taking him straight to the
No, we're going to take him straight up there.
All right, so that means we're going to lose all our stuff before the holding cell, bring him all the way through
Correct.
it. Okay. So everything's pretty standard so far from what I've done.
Correct. If she wants him in a cell, we're going to bring him back down.
This is how I know he's a rookie cop, is because he's saying it's pretty standard from what I've done thus far. If he was, had many years on the job, all of this conversation wouldn't be happening. So, again, let's just keep it to English because we do not know what's being said. So any comments that are not in English, mods, just don't block it, but just remove it like I just did there. Just get rid of that because we don't know what's being said. If you want to say something, say it in English.
So, gotcha. Are we doing processing for him and everything else is normal? Or there's no UBS for us or anything like that?
No, we're not. No. This is not our arrest. We might bring him to jail, but this investigation is probably going to go on for a long time.
Okay.
So they might just put him in a cell, do the paperwork, and then contact us to bring him to jail.
Gotcha.
But we might be home by the time that even happens.
Okay.
Did Matt just leave, or?
I thought he was in the truck.
He is. I don't know if he's leaving or.
I think he's leaving.
I know they're holding the house until we get.
You heard about the bathroom?
The porta potty? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make sure we're good with that.
Sure, I'm with you.
There's the porta potty that we pegged out in the beginning of the video. You guys remember porta potty? Debbie, it doesn't matter. If you're not going to send it in English, then I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't know what it says. I wouldn't go on a Spanish spoken live stream and start putting English in, especially when the host doesn't understand a foreign language. So again, that's the last I'll address of it. Mods, just take it out, just like I just did again.
Hey, yo, we're getting out of here. Is that sanitizer? You seriously now?
Stop by and see you dump it all on the floor when you're done.
Want some?
Yeah.
Use as much as you want. Huh? Sure. Until something happens. We can talk on video, and it's fine. Like what you were talking about, all the sergeants at the department, how they.
Button?
Yeah.
I love all of our sergeants.
You're talking about how crappy the sergeants are at our department.
All of our sergeants.
Yes, there's a mute button, but
Good news, Sarge.
Little Patty, the trial is over. He's convicted, sentenced, and this is basically a wrap. So there's really nothing more that could be interjected here. Little Patty, I'm not sure if you knew that or not, but Wade Wilson's convicted, sentenced and is in a state prison awaiting the death penalty. So it just wouldn't come into play here. Not applicable.
I'm acting, buddy.
Are you? No, it's suspicious.
No, not tonight.
Talk to him on the phone.
I know, it's not. All right, where you at here? We're going to bring him to Bell. Appreciate it. Yeah. Good job, guys.
You need directions on how to get over there, Red?
Yeah. I don't know if you checked the door, but I'm on it a lot. So. $10, I'll give you that secret information.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so remember when you transport, always transport to where you ran to, starting any mileage, backseat checked and clear, etc., etc. No, we're not 1015 yet.
Another way you know that he's a rookie by that explanation right there. He's basically giving him instructions.
We're not making the 1015. So. Oh.
You can pump the pump so it feels a little bit less, okay? And not too far.
Let me talk to you real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Are you staying here until Perrin gets here? I'm on.
Are you off?
No, I'm on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll stay.
No, I'm just saying until Perrin gets here. He's all right, man. He's harmless. I don't care. I just don't understand it. So make sure nobody enters the port body. Make sure you might want to. Who does? Port body.
Yeah, for crying out loud, once Diane Ruiz's body is recovered and is attached to Wade Wilson, that's where the death penalty component comes into play. That's where they're able to add the death penalty into the mix, so to speak. And also with being previously convicted of violent felonies in the past, and he did time, that also is one of the components. But yeah, somebody said, yeah, never answer questions with the police without an attorney present, and that's good advice. I mean, you're brought into an interrogation room. They're not bringing you up there to be friends with you. They're bringing you up there because they suspect you of committing a crime. So he was read his rights, and he waived his rights and answered questions. And we really haven't even seen yet him actually confessing to detectives, because he did confess to a male detective that he committed these murders. We haven't even seen that yet. That's not on what we saw. So there's more coming. So buckle up, friends.
Bloody closing, so make sure nobody goes in and out of this crime scene.
Okay.
So you might want to start a log.
Okay.
All that stuff.
Did we find a handout?
I have no idea. But I know
I won't touch anything at all.
Yeah, don't touch anything. And just make sure no one goes in and out.
I just have to document. Sorry, everyone that's been there. All that.
Yeah, see if dispatch can
tell me.
Tell me if you can't. Just put what you know.
Okay. I'll just put task force if anything.
Okay. Nobody. I haven't gone in. You haven't gone in.
Okay.
Like that, so. All right.
Go ahead. Hey, bud.
What's up, man?
Hey, I know me and you had an issue or whatever. I apologize. Is there any way I can fix my cuffs?
This is classic. This is classic. Wade Wilson, the cops getting back in the car, and he's like, "Hey, bud, I know you and I had issues or whatever. I apologize. Is there any way you can fix my cuffs?" This is almost like similar to us hearing him ask Kiosk Kristen to put money on the books for him. But classic, right?
I apologize. Is there any way I can fix my cuffs? I won't do any bullshit. My cuffs hurt like shit.
All right, man. Yeah.
I can't feel my hands. I'll get on my knees or whatever.
All right, man. You're good, man. Just don't do anything stupid, man.
Please, I promise.
I wasn't trying to disrespect you, man. I'm just saying. I say that to everyone, man. Yeah. If you do anything stupid, I'm gonna throw you out.
Don't take it personally.
So am I. So we're the same people.
He said, Wade Wilson said, the cop apologized to him as well. Said, he goes, Wade Wilson goes, "I'm an asshole," and the cop goes, "So am I. So it's okay."
Just give me a light.
Yep. Shit.
All right, man. Yeah.
I can't feel my hands. Hey, bud.
What's up, man?
Hey, I know me and you had an issue or whatever. I apologize. Is there any way I can fix my cuffs? I won't do any bullshit. My cuffs hurt like shit.
All right, man. Yeah.
I can't feel my hands. So I'll get on my knees, brother.
All right, man. You're good, man. Just don't do anything stupid, man.
Please, I promise.
I wasn't trying to disrespect you, man. I'm just saying. I say that to everyone, man.
Yeah.
If you do anything stupid, I'm gonna throw you out.
Asshole. Don't take it personally.
So am I. So we're the same people. Just give me a light. Yeah. All right, man. Let me take this. All right. Watch your neck. Watch your neck.
What do you want me to do?
Just go ahead, step out, man. And just face the car for him. All right. So I already see what's going on here, man.
They hurt, man.
I know.
Yeah.
You're moving your wrist around.
I was tensing, right?
Yeah, you want to keep your wrists like this.
Okay.
So if you manipulate them, they're gonna start hurting. So I'll loosen them up a little bit.
Fix my hand.
Fix your hand. I want to fix. Yeah, this one definitely. You want to fix this one definitely.
Did we just become best friends? Yup.
All right. You want to pull this one and go like this. Oh, just like that. Keep it just like that. All right. Is that a little bit better? Hold on. I gotta double lock it so it doesn't move. All right. So if you keep it just like that, man, you're good. They're gonna come off here pretty soon. So we're at the station. I'm gonna bring you upstairs, man. If you cooperate, it's up to my detective. If you cooperate, she's gonna let you take the handcuffs off. But if you're an asshole and you give her any problems or us problems, we're gonna have to keep the cuffs on. So I want to take the cuffs off you, but it's up to her. So we'll go up there and we'll do our thing, and then hopefully we take the cuffs off and do our thing. All right? Watch your neck, all right?
So yeah, it's this part kind of gets a lot of people worked up because we look at what Wade Wilson is at this time. They know that he murdered one person, innocent until proven guilty, right? But he's asking for his cuffs to be loose and he can't feel his hands. And the cop didn't even, he knows that he's a suspect in one murder at least. And he didn't even flinch. The cop was like, okay, let's do it. We'll get you comfortable and we'll transport you back. So that's some of the things that people, when the people that don't like the police, most people that don't like the police are either not living their life right or commit crimes and so forth. But in this case, you get to see a prime example of police actually, having compassion for a guy that is not a good guy, and they loosen the cuffs and make him comfortable. So I was happy to see that.
Later, bro. Take it easy, all right? You got enough air going back there, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. All right, thank you. Yeah.
And he asks him if he has enough air back there as well.
All right, so we're going to hit transport. Yeah, please take it.
I heard it's this thing.
Yeah, pull that.
Mine's a
My life, thank you for that question. It happens several days after this. So at this point, they only know that he's a suspect in the murder of Kristine Melton. Diane Ruiz, her body wasn't even recovered at this point. So she's reported missing, and they're searching, her family is searching for him. People are searching, local police are searching for her, and so forth. So yeah, it's quite a few days after this.
big one, so it never fit this. I'll hold on to it.
Okay.
All right, now they're inside the Sally Port. So they phone calls from prison cut this video, which is good. I'm glad that they did that. They cut the ride back, and they're in the Sally Port here. And you're going to get to see the cops take off their firearms, their magazines, their tasers, and their batons. And they put it in a lockbox in the back of the vehicle, which is something that in New York, we don't have that. There's inside these Sally Ports in New York, there's gun lockers, and we would put everything in like lockers along the wall. But in Florida, or in this jurisdiction, they do it right inside the car, and we're going to watch them unload, because you can't go into a jail with any firearms or any type of batons, any type of chemical spray, any type of taser device, and that's what they do here.
You want me to put my stuff in the cubby?
Right here.
I always like to ask.
We need to grab his stuff too.
Do you want to put on a pair of gloves or shoes?
Yeah, if you want to use those, yeah.
I have my street gloves. It's fine. Just throw those on.
Yep.
They're putting both the weapons in there now.
You take off the baton too. I've been doing that. So.
Yep. Everything.
The magazines. Everything goes in there, and they lock it up.
Good to go. Got it. Throw the glove real quick. I'll grab it.
Grab this. You want to take care of him, all right? I'll take care of him.
Yep, I got everything else. That. And just I'll grab that.
All right, man. What's your name? Come on out. Come this way. You ever been here before, man? Not even this. You from Cape?
4 miles.
How long you been living in Fort Myers? Your whole life? Oh, where you from before that? So what?
Mila Slot. Across from Joe's Scratch.
Oh, okay, I know that's it. Good. How long were you before Fort Myers?
I was in prison, so before that was long.
Oh, okay. Who were you in prison for back in the day? Gotcha.
In the beginning of this interaction, when they were outside the car and there was those words exchanged, you wouldn't have never thought that they would be able to casually have this conversation. That's part of de-escalation, and that's part of police training. How to have a interaction with someone who you have to spend some time with. Again, they're not processing him as a new arrest. These are not these two officers. He is not their arrest. They're just delivering him to the detective squad so the homicide detectives can enhance and interview and interrogate him. So it was just a classic example of police de-escalation. And these guys don't love Wade Wilson. They're not buddies of his. They don't care for him, but they're there to do their job and to get him in there and get him in safely and have the least amount of problem.
What prison you go to?
Washington, Mayor, Jefferson, CI, Wallace, CI.
Moved you all around.
Yeah.
He's rattling off all the prisons that he's been to. Like, he's proud of that. Like, Wade Wilson is now, gloating with his criminal history and how many prisons he's been in.
Fuck.
Well, a lot of establishing relationships with officers.
I got you.
Staff.
Yep. We got this second door here. On it. She should be here.
Everybody gets money.
I think we got water bottles there. Yeah, I'm not the boss here; it's the detective. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah, I'm sure she can get water. She in here? 1 second. Detective Bell.
Yes, sir.
I got 1015 here or 1012. Sure. Come on this way, buddy. Yeah.
Go right that way, please. Okay.
Go with arms up and down, up and down. Yeah, absolutely.
Cold water? It's cold as shit in here. You want cold water? All right. All right, have a seat, man. I'm freezing.
Yeah, we're here. Thank you.
I'm going to get him some water.
I'll say 1012. Do you want on or off? Okay.
So he just asked her there, do you want on or off, meaning the handcuffs? And, I thought about this a couple of times when I watched this, and at first I had thought he was referring to the body cam because the way she said off, but the body cam stays on, so I don't know. I'm not sure.
You can throw your shoes right here if you want. She's getting you water.
He just says, "Do you want on or off?"
What's up? For right now, yeah, you have to leave them on. I know. I want to talk unless you take them off.
I'm not going to talk unless they take them off. So he's already starting to try to control the narrative here. And he basically, look at the smirk on his face. He's basically saying, I'm not going to talk unless she takes the cuffs off. So, yeah. So that's basically it. I'm going to go back because someone in the chat said she says on. I thought I heard her say off.
Okay. I would, up and down. Yeah, absolutely.
Cold water? It's cold as shit in here. You want cold water? All right. All right, have a seat, man. I'm freezing.
Yeah, we're here. Thank you.
I'm going to get him some water.
I'll sit down 12. Do you want on or off? Okay.
I heard off.
You can throw your shoes right here if you want. She's getting you water. What's up? For right now, yeah, you have to leave them on. I know, man. I want to talk to you unless you take them off. I'm not the boss, man.
They stay on, so it doesn't matter.
This right here. On the road, I make the decisions. Up here, I don't. You know how it goes, man. Is she getting you water? Okay. How was the food in the prison, man?
Terrible.
Listen, man, I heard up and down. I heard it was good, and then some places I heard it was horrible.
Now they go on to do the reviews of the prison food. And Wade starts to tell them about the places that have good prison food and the places that don't.
Some places they cook it good, so it's good. And
Yeah.
other places they just don't care.
Really?
And then some places I don't really care how they cook it. It's more about like the quantity.
Yeah.
So
They give you extra tray if you ask, or you gotta
you don't ask. Just you go try to get one. If they catch you, you just have to get out of that. If you make it, then you get an extra one. You know?
Fair enough.
And you don't do anything by the right in there.
Yeah.
You can't.
I
Bye,
think I'd be pissed
Graciela.
off, man. If I got three trays and I was still hungry, man, I think I'd get real upset.
I'd be pretty upset.
Yeah.
You get upset.
I like to
When
eat,
I'm
man.
hungry, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I'm hungry, man, I'm not me.
I'm not me either.
So
It's like that Snickers commercial, but
yeah,
I eat a lot more than just that.
yeah.
Yeah, again, he's trying to control the narrative, you know. It just doesn't work out for him. The cuffs never come off. The cuffs are always on him, with the exception of when he starts taking some of his clothing off. They leave one cuff on, which in my eyes is dangerous because if he swings that cuff, the loose cuff, that could be used as a weapon if he swings at one of them. You know, granted, he's not going to win that fight, but I just, either I'm going to uncuff you, take them off. I've never kept one cuff on a prisoner ever, because that hand is loose with the swinging cuff on it. If he wants to swing it at you, he could just take a pot shot and just hit one of the girls. There was two girls, two female cops. The crime scene detective that was taking the photographs, and it was her. I thought that was dangerous.
Why do you think they brought me here before just bringing me to the police station?
This is police station.
All right, to the jail.
Well, I have no idea, man. I was told to come here and pick you up. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you did or what you did.
So he's definitely questioning why he's there, and he kind of knows that he's there because of what he did. You know, he obviously knows what he did, this scumbag. So he's just beating around the bush to try to see if he can get out of these two cops. Hey, why am I up here? Well, dummy, you know why you're up here, because you just killed two women. They know about one, and the bomb gets dropped on them shortly thereafter.
I have no idea, man.
I have no idea what they were saying.
That's why I'm here. I'm just a taxi service.
You can move those to the front.
You on the front?
All right. I'll be a good one. Thank you. Yeah. Can I just take them off? I'll be cool.
No.
They hurt like shit. No, okay.
Those she's lost my stand. I'll put them in front of you, man.
Thanks.
He goes, if I could just take them off, if I could just take them off, that would be cool, right? And she goes, nah, I don't think so.
Like our
Remember, these guys were saying that she was a gym instructor in the academy, so and that she's this girl's a badass. She health and fitness, strong, probably very strong. But they talked about her, about how she that she worked in the police academy.
conversation before, not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying?
Just put them in the front for now. We'll...
All right, just put this this hand in front of you.
Maybe you'll like you better more through it. They just heard this.
I'm sure they do, but when you get them in the front, they won't be so bad.
Yep, I got you.
Oh, man,
But that's okay.
you got some thick ass wrists.
That's what
I'm saying.
They hurt. I'll be
The
good.
biggest freaking set of cuffs you got.
Yeah.
They hurt with that. I want to talk. They just hurt. Please.
Here, lift your hand up a little bit more.
Okay.
Is it me, or did it seem like he immediately went into date mode with this female detective? It seemed like to me his whole demeanor changes when this female walks in there and she starts taking over. It's like he's he's courting her. I don't know. Am I off base on this? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section. But it seems like Wade-Jacus Wilson went right into his kiosk mode.
All right, yeah. So if you.
All right, just give him a.
And I think she detected it as well, but it's her job to get maximum out of him. And I believe that this female detective worked Wade Wilson as well. She worked him, and I think that she did a good job of working him because he gave her a lot of information. He talked with her freely. And when you see the stark contrast, when the male detective comes in there, Wade Wilson actually tells that male detective to suck his dick. So we'll hear that a little bit later.
Better.
You all right right now? Just give me a few minutes, and then we'll take them off. Let me figure out what we're doing out here for a minute, and then get caught up.
She knew exactly what she was doing. She's a pro. She worked him from a female's perspective, but she also is a smart detective. She really used the interview and interrogation skills to the T with him.
You ready to calm? You sober right now? Of course. You were doing cocaine last night, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Just want to make sure that, because I don't want you coming down and then sketching out on me.
I don't do drugs.
All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Lie number one, Wade-Jacus Wilson, lie number one. Liz, thank you for the super chat. Vid Inquiries, thank you for the chat, super chat. K-Dubs, thank you for the super chat. Oh, duh, thank you for becoming a member. Karen, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Hello. And Barbara George, thank you for the birthday card. I just got it last week and all the goodies that you sent. I have something coming out to you as a way of saying thanks to you, a thank you card and some goodies that I just mailed out to you today. Barbara George, you're a class act. I appreciate you. Thank you. Birthday card and a bunch of other things that I only just got the other day. So thank you. This female detective is worked Wade Wilson, and Wade Wilson tried to work her as well.
Coming down and then. You sober right now?
Of course.
Of course. You were doing cocaine last night, right?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Just want to make sure that, because I don't want you coming down and then sketching out on me.
I don't do drugs.
All right?
Yeah.
All right.
Lie number one, I don't do drugs. And then he goes and proceeds to tell her that he was doing cocaine. The guy is just, he's just a pathological liar. He just lies about everything. Nothing he says is true. Nothing that he says to this female detective. He tries to play altar boy here with her, and it doesn't work because she knows about Kristine Melton being murdered.
A little bit better, man.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said,
No, it's better. That's better.
I would take them off if I was the boss, but I
Sure.
can't.
Sure. That's it. Sure.
A little bit better, man.
Yeah.
All right. Like I said,
No, it's better. That's better.
I would take them off if I was the boss, but I
Sure.
can't.
Sure. That's it. Sure.
He said she will. he's still convinced that he's going to get her to take those cuffs off. And that gets a...
Oh, hell no.
So are you bringing me to Cape, the jurisdiction here, because they're saying something here?
I have no idea, man. Yeah, I have no.
A gem. Part of healing and part of recovery is admitting that you have a problem. And here, my friend, you're on the first step to healing. LOL, my name is a gem, and I'm addicted to YouTube. Welcome to the club. Congratulations.
No idea, man. I was called for the taxi, and then marshals were there, and they said, take him, and I said, okay.
I guess.
That's it, man.
That was it.
I was at Wawa eating a sub, and then this happened. So,
You were at Wawa?
yeah,
The subs are so good, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So fire, bro. They're so good. Isn't that great?
I have to skip over this bullshit.
It's the experience.
That's right.
Which is great. Like, you work on stuff. I mean, it's
Right.
really good.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so I believe this is the point in the video where she tells him to shut down the body cam footage because she has the notepad and she has some information there and some of her notes and so forth, and she tries to talk to him. And let's just listen to this.
that's right. Okay, you want to take it?
No, it's not really. I'm gonna kick him out.
Okay. Bullshit.
It's the experience.
So she basically put her notepad over his body cam, and she was trying to get his attention to shut it down. I don't know if you guys picked up on that. It's right here. She motioned to it. And there it goes on mute, and they have a conversation. This is not like some people have already emailed me about this. This is not anything fugazi. This is not like them trying to hide something. That they're just talking about important, sensitive information that they don't want to have on body cam. And again, it's got to do with his interaction, this uniform cop's interaction with Wade. And she may also be telling these uniform guys some of the things that they have so far on him. But she's just trying to gather more information from the folks who were at the scene where he was apprehended. So again, it's a private conversation. It's not for, anything that would aid in the prosecution of him. This is, could be safety stuff. This could be a whole host of different things here. So, but yeah, I mean, again, he turns it back on after they're done with the conversation. And she's just, again, gathering what she can for her interview that we're going to see. And we're going to review that in its entirety with Ed Wallace and Tim Acosta. But yeah, so clicks back on right here, right at about this point.
I do about 4 hours, man. And after 4 hours, I'm like,
Yeah, 4 hours to tap out.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, good.
But they got this cream now, this like gel that you put on, and it like neutralizes the pain. So it's I've never tried it. I've heard people
numbs it up.
it numbs it up.
This is the part where they're talking about tattoos.
want
And they're
to feel
talking
it.
about numbing agents for tattoos. Again, this has nothing to do with if it was up to me, I wouldn't even play this part, but it just is an example of how these cops interact with him. They have to be there with him. This is now late at night. This is October 8th of 2019 at it says at 8:15. He gets questioned, interviewed, interrogated up until I think 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So this thing lasts for a really long time. But Wade Wilson is in his glory talking about tattoos with these cops.
I just we put the numbing lotion
That's a tattoo there. And that's like starting from there, like full piece up here, and wrapped around and came back down.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right, this is where the interview starts now.
Oh my goodness, it's freezing.
Yes. Not bad at jacket on.
It's cold in here, right?
Yeah.
Good. We'll be we're right here.
I'm just gonna shut it a little bit.
Yeah, we'll be right here.
So these cops stay outside that door the entire time. So if something happens with her, they're able to just jump in and assist her. This interview goes on for a long, long time. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here. And this has been my reaction to this body cam footage of his arrest. Again, putting it in perspective, this is all the beginning of what happens to Wade Wilson. And this is the beginning of justice, the wheels of justice in motion. It gives you, as a civilian, a very good bird's eye view of what happened to Wade Wilson from start to finish. We all watched the trial and we saw what went on in the trial, and the rest is history. But this interview that we're going to go over tomorrow night is interesting, to say the least. She talks about being cold throughout the whole thing. There's a lot of sexual overtones and undertones being thrown back and forth. They talk about what he did with Kristine Melton. He goes into some details, and it's kind of rough if you're not into or hearing about sensitive topics. They're going to go into some really sensitive stuff, and we're going to go over that tomorrow night. So a special thank you to the replay viewers, special thank you to the folks who given super chats, and we want to say thank you to everyone who is a supporter of Crime Time with DutyRon and Ed Wallace. Again, we're retired New York City police detectives, and we could give you that perspective from someone who's done this job, who we could walk the walk and talk the talk. CA, thank you so much for becoming a channel member, and we'll be live tomorrow night around 8 p.m. Eastern. Look for the live stream. I'll see you guys on the next one. And again, I want to just say the victims and their families, those are the folks who we put at the forefront. Diane Ruiz, Kristine Melton, and their surviving family members. We send strength, prayers, and positive vibes to them. I will link the GoFundMe for Diane Ruiz, both adult children. The GoFundMe has over $2,000 in it. Let's try to bump that up. Send what you can to these boys who are left without a mother, thanks to Wade Wilson. I'll see you guys on the next one. Good night, and God bless.